Swop Season 3. I am Zitran and I'm a member of the Swop team and I'll be the MC for today. Um, I can see familiar faces here, so glad to have you back. But I also see new faces. So for those of you who come to PropSwap for the first time, just let me introduce PropSwap for a little bit. Basically about what it is. So PropSwap is a series in which we'll have facilitators who will give you hands-on instructions on how to tell stories with a particular prop. In each session, we will have three facilitators. Each of them will introduce one technique and they will take you through the step-by-step guide on how to use a particular prop to tell a story. And of course, they will demonstrate with a story. Participants will have a chance to practice and ask questions. It's so interactive. So I promise you, it's going to be fun. And PropSwap has run for two successful sessions, and we covered a number of techniques such as telling stories with origami, with kamishibai, with a cranky, with magic transformation pictures, all the cool techniques. And this year we decide to bring it back because we believe that there are great storytellers out there who have amazing techniques to share. So that's why we're back with season 3. And speaking of great storytellers and amazing techniques, in this session, we'll bring to you Kiran Shah from Australia, Alicia Tongju Bang from Korea, and Roger Jenkins from Singapore. But before we start with the techniques, I'd like to just emphasize that we are looking forward to new proposals for the following 3 PropSwap sessions. So if you have an amazing technique that you'd like to share, please fill in the form that has been sent out. And this season, FIS members and non-members are also welcome. So if you know someone who has a technique that you think they would like to share, please spread the words. Uh, the proposal link has been sent out, but if you need it, we'll definitely send it again. All right, and now without further ado, we'll start with our first facilitator today, and I'd like to introduce Kiran Shah. So Kiran is a very experienced storyteller, and she's been telling stories for many years to like thousands of like students, children, and in many different places, parks, libraries, train stations. And Kiran likes folk tales, and she believes in the collective wisdoms of different generations. And today, Kiran Shah will bring to us a technique which I think is really healthy. She'll show us how fruits and vegetables can help you tell the story. Over to you, Kiran.
But I want to tell you where I'm getting this particular story from. Anne Pulowski came to Singapore. Oh my goodness, more than 20, about 25 years ago, where I was living. And she told us a story. And from this book, the storytelling handbook that she wrote. And interestingly enough, it is not a folk tale. It is a story, believe it or not, made up by 3 7-year-old girls in grade 1 in Japan. And she was so captivated by the story that she wrote it in that book. And here I am, and I'd like to share it with you. And alongside my story, you'll have an opportunity to make it up as well. The story is called Tofu's Illness. Tofu. Tofu was trembling and shivering as she lay on her hospital bed. There she was. You know how it is in hospitals, it can be a little bit miserable. You're all alone, except for the medical staff that comes in and out. She was so happy. She was so happy when her friend Mushroom, nicely powdered as you can see, she arrived to ask after Tofu's health. I'm feeling much better, said Tofu, but I am a bit lonely, so I'm so glad you came to visit. Now, I wonder what's happened to all our other friends. I know you've told them I've been in hospital. I would really like for them to visit too. Well, Tofu said, I called so many of them. Let me tell you what they each said. Eggplant. Eggplant was rushing to meet you, fell over steps, and was bruised, all black and blue. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope Eggplant, recovers very quickly. What about Potato? Potato. Potato was in a soccer match and got all muddy. So Potato said he'd clean up and then come and visit you too. Oh, that's nice. I can wait. And what about broccoli? You know our vain broccoli friend. She's at the hairdresser needing that perfect hairdo, and she'll come soon after. Oh, that's good. What about Onion? Onion's watching a sad story on TV and sobbing away. You know how she is. Of course, she'll come when she dries up her tears. What about Sweet Potato? Sweet Potato. You know her, she loves her desserts. She's actually downstairs at the cafe having a very delicious dessert. Oh, okay. She'll come soon, I guess. What about our friend, the chili pepper? Ah, our chili pepper got sunburned, so hot. She'll come when she feels a bit cooler. Oh, that's good. How about green capsicum? Green capsicum went on a cruise and is so seasick. She's green all over, and she needs to feel better before she can come visit you. Oh, tell Eggplant and Potato, never mind if they're bruised and never mind if they're muddy, just to come. I'd love to see them. Well, in no time, in no time, Eggplant came, was a bit bruised, but he was happy to visit Tofu. And Potato, he cleaned up a little. He was a lot muddier, but this was the best he could do. And he came to visit Tofu. Oh, she was so happy to see him. Remember I told you about broccoli? See how perfectly her hair is styled? Not a curl out of place. And there came broccoli, with her hair all done up, visiting Tofu. And Onion, she finally finished crying after the sad, sad, sad story that she had listened to, and she came as well. And oh, who else? Bell pepper. Bell pepper. Um, this is a special pepper called Bishop's Crown, and she had cooled down sufficiently, and she came very happily to visit Tofu. Capsicum. Capsicum was still green, but feeling much better. And Capsicum came and was very, very happy to see Tofu as well. And then there was some unexpected visit. Oh, I forgot. Sweet Potato. Oh, she had had a fill of dessert, and look at her, all nice and plump. And she came very happy as well. And there were two surprise visitors. long beans were late because you see, they were twins and one had to wait for the other. And this is in case you didn't know how beans grow, this is how they grow, two at a time. And the twins came and tofu. The room was getting very crowded, in fact. So it was getting very squishy. But lastly, and not least, Garlic decided that yes, he did give off a bit of a whiff. So he said, I'll just stand by the door so I don't offend anyone. And there he was. You can't even see him because he's right by the doorway. And that's the story of all of Tofu's friends visiting her at last. The end. And now I'd like to welcome what you may have and see what you would like to contribute. Zip. Oh, Renu, you can unmute cucumber.
Yeah, cucumber.
And would you like to think about what could be a possible reason why cucumber was delayed?
Well, cucumber was cooling it off. She's feeling very cool out there in Antarctica.
Very nice. Lovely. So she did come. And Zip, I see a carrot.
Yes, I do have a carrot here, but I'm still thinking. I'm not quite sure.
Ah, well, maybe someone can help Carrot. Why did she take so long to visit
Hmm.
Tofu?
Carrot was having a facial peel.
Oh, there you
Oh, it
go.
is.
That's a good
That's a
one.
good idea, the spatial peel. Okay.
Oh, very nice. You had a carrot too, but yours is a really long one.
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a tiny one. Is that from your
And then,
garden, Selena?
yeah.
No, from my fridge.
And Anise, you had a banana.
Yeah. So Banana was calling his best friend Monkey to tell about your condition. Yeah. So and that he has to be visiting you soon. So he has to always share everything with his best friend or what I call it before he comes down to see you.
Lovely. Does anybody have any other items?
Lemon would come, but she's feeling a little sour at the
Oh,
moment.
Mabel.
Miss Pear had trouble getting her hips through the door.
I love it. I love it. That's a
That's
good one.
very good.
Anybody else?
The
I've one.
green apple refused to turn up because she was green with envy.
Okay, that's a good one, Vijaya. I like that.
The tomato had an embarrassing morning. It blushed and waiting for her blush to go off, but yeah,
Yes,
still there.
I didn't bring out my tomato because I said somebody will have a tomato for sure. Absolutely. Yeah.
The grapes decided they wouldn't come because if they came, everybody would eat them.
Didn't say wouldn't eat them. No, they were probably in a soccer team having practice. You see, our women's soccer team is playing against Japan in the Asian Cup finals in on Saturday. So they had to practice. Yeah. Anyone else wants to pitch in?
I got a blackberry.
Okay.
And Blackberry decided that he wasn't gonna come because there was a party for berries, and they were just gonna go hang out with all the other berries instead.
Yeah. Yeah, but hopefully she asked after tofu. She was a concerned friend. Chilies were out chilling and sharing spicy margaritas. That's a good one, Trippa. Thank you. Oh, that's funny. You can tell that this can go many, many ways. Yeah. I have to share with you that many years ago, I had friends and we were driving for about an hour and a half from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia to another town. And the children were the perfect age of about 10 and 14. So I didn't have any of the vegetables, but you use your imagination. And that story lasted 45 minutes. And the father who was just driving, he's one of those, he joined in too. And of course, we use the local fruit, the durians and the mangosteens and the rambutans. And it just got, sillier and more hilarious. But I will always remember that trip with fondness because that showed me that you can engage your audience very, very easily with something so simple. The other thing I would like to say is that this is a perfect time for a STEM lesson as well, a STEAM lesson, because you talk about what's a fruit and what's a vegetable. Botanically, a fruit arises from a flower. A fruit has seeds. So technically, what we see as a vegetable, what we call vegetables, like a tomato and a cucumber, they're actually fruits. Yeah. So you could do a whole thing about STEM stories, is little asides that you could have. If mushrooms are not so familiar, there are so many different types of mushrooms. Yeah, so that could be another. So many different kind of sight lines. Yeah. So and to be very honest, until I started growing long beans some years ago, I did not know until I had the flowers that they grow, always in a pair. I had no idea, being the city girl from Singapore, until I moved to Australia and started, growing my own long beans. So the learning is constant at whatever age you are at. So that was nice that this is the first time the twins are having their debut in this story. Yeah, along with my bishop's crown, this chili pepper. There you go. So I think I shall stop now we can go back to gallery view and have any comments, any thoughts, any other suggestions, any other ideas. We'd love to hear from you.
Have you told this story in like a face-to-face setting before?
Yes. Actually, it was very funny because it was in Singapore and we had a storytelling gig at a festival. Oh, this is so many years ago. And I had my tofu and blow me down. I dropped it.
Oh no.
And there was a bit of mud over it. And I said, oh, that's okay. I can still tell the story, and said, tofu got hurt. And at first it's like, oh my God, what do I do? So yes, but it was a very long time ago. I think I need to resurrect it. You know how you forget, and then this prop thing came up, and it's like, oh yeah, I can do this. So yes.
In a classroom, it would be great if you're telling it and if you have the ability to actually make something with the fruit and the vegetables and the tofu. That way the children can taste afterwards, could be very cool, or as a suggestion to the teacher.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't done this in a classroom for so long. I mean, I haven't done this for so long. So when I got on at 7 o'clock before you all came, I was like, should I bring out the vegetables as one by one as I talk about them? But because you're an adult audience, I was thinking not, and Roger concurred, and he said bring them out later because you can listen to the words. But if I were doing in the classroom with the children, I probably would bring out the vegetables one by one. And yeah. So again, you tweak it for your audience. Again, you could, I had something about sweet potato. You could be a bit naughty with an adult audience. It's like somebody was whispering sweet nothings to her. I did think of that, and I said, no, I'll do the dessert bit. But yeah, yeah, you can play around a lot.
But many years ago, I saw a puppet theatre company do a story in which the vegetables were kind of arguing. They were going into a soup, and which was the best vegetable. And the carrot is kind of quite opinionated that he thinks he's the best. And so it's an opportunity for you to talk about what the vegetables are, what are their strengths in cooking. That onions add flavor, but some people find them difficult to cook with because it makes them cry and so on. The carrot is great because you could grate me, but you can have him raw or cooked. And unlike tomatoes, which are soft and squishy, so this kind of a thing. And the end of the story was when they've had this big argument about which is the best vegetable, and at the end the cook arrives and he says, well, you're all going into my vegetable soup. And so that may be, Selena, how you could then say, look, I'm gonna I'll take it away now, and it'll be cooking through the rest of the day, and at the end of when we meet again, I'll give you the vegetable soup or something. So
And soup is good when you're trying to heal someone.
absolutely.
Great ideas.
There's just so much you can do. I'm just going to get off my phone trying to do this. There's so much you can do because I also feel that you can talk about even the different kinds of, the texture, the taste. What can you eat raw? What needs to be cooked? If you were making a salad, what would you put in it? It's endless, the possibilities that you can come up with. Yeah. If you're doing green, for example, what other vegetables do you know that are green? So it can start from very basic with little ones to all the way,
Yeah.
the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do
Well,
they grow? Are they on the ground? Are they in a bush? Are they in a tree? Are they in a creeper?
yeah. You saying that reminds me, we did a version of Stone Soup for
Yes.
special needs children, and we had lots of different vegetables there. And at the start, each child could collect one.
Mm.
And then we'd say, now what do we need now? Oh, we'd like something long and green. And then, of course, the
Yep.
boy who's got the cucumber or the long
Yep.
beans would, oh, me, and we brought up and they went into the soup. And then we said, how about we'd like something round and yellow? Oh, and then whatever. So again, because it's so tactile and there's the sense of smell as well, whatever, it's vegetables can be used, as you say, in so many different contexts. It's great.
Very versatile.
And the best thing is you could take home your props and eat them afterwards.
Absolutely. So I've got a stew ready, all to go.
And so presumably, Kiran, I'm asking you now from a kind of, a tax perspective. You could write this off as a professional expense,
Yes.
and
Thank
then
you very much.
and then eat it for dinner. Very good, very good.
How good is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
Colin
is
probably
it?
will have that
What
in
is
his
it with
workshop
you
in
people
Chennai.
making us all hungry in the middle of the night? Last time it was chocolate cake, today it's stew.
Great.
All right. Thank you very much, Kiran. And I think with your technique, I'm confident. I'm pretty sure our session today had a fresh start.
Nice, Zip. Thank you.